exclusive coverage of the Filoil V Preseason Haynes Cup. San Beda with a comfortable 15-point lead as LaSalle starts with a zone.
Well, they tried to do that at the end of that third quarter, and so far, San Beda has still been able to pick it apart with just good spacing and good patience from their veteran players.
Adiogan now with 9 points, and the lead is at its highest at 17. LaSalle 4 of 13 from the field in that third quarter. San Beda 8 of 17.
So the field goal shooting, that trend has continued from the first half, wherein LaSalle only shot 24% from the field.
Let's see how San Beda deals with this zone of Coach Gia Banilla. Mendoza to Torres. Torres to Thomas Torres.
We're gonna gotta get used to that.
Norbert and Thomas Torres.
And there's another Torres who was the brother of this Thomas Torres now, not yet on the lineup for LaSalle.
So they are joined by Mendoza, Teng, and Vosotros. Moralde, who just checked in towards the end of the third quarter, misses a three. Yung ball stopping ng San Beda talaga, no? Hindi makatakbo itong LaSalle. Vosotros, again, that is his fourth shot na ganyang kalapit na hindi niya maipasok. Jovet Mendoza, though, working hard for those 2 points. Let's go to Tiff Atendido quickly.
Yes, Coach G quite frustrated that he's not seeing what they have been practicing, so now he's asking for more aggressiveness and at least to cut down the lead. Now when I asked Coach G pre-game how important it is rather to win pre-season leagues, Coach told me it's more of a confidence booster for them and it's a good test, but there should not be any pressure. On another note, seeing more playing minutes and contributing a lot is rookie Jaron Teng. When I talked to him pre-game about his mindset coming to the game, he just said that since it's his first official game, he's excited and nervous. 2 months pa lang siya with the team, so adjusting back. Interestingly as well, he'll be taking up marketing and behavioral sciences come first term.
Thank you, Tip. Well, just to add on to what you said about Jaron Teng, I just saw Coach Gia Banilla signal to Jaron Teng to take it easy.
Yep. Well, he did have Vosotros wide open on the wing in transition when Jaron tried to maneuver his way through 4 defenders and could not get a decent shot off.
Let's check in with Bea Coronel as we see Mark Anthony Talio finally making his appearance here in LaSalle. We'll talk about him in a bit. Bea, go ahead.
Well, Boom and TJ, Coach Ronnie really is one of the more calm coaches I've encountered. In fact, before this last quarter, he told his boys that 1, he believes in them so much, and 2, he trusts his leaders to take charge and he doesn't plan to call timeouts unless he absolutely needs to. He then expects the boys to use this trust as drive to perform to the best of their abilities, particularly in the closing minutes. The boys then should back on their strengths, give each other coverage, and take advantage of all opportunities to score. Make their free throws and give extra effort on defense. Just perform the job that is asked of you, be patient, and we will win, said Coach. Women TJ.
Thank you, Bea. Well, Coach Ronnie, not only calm, always had a cerebral approach to everything that he did, whether it was as part of the panel, you know,
Assistant coach.
Even as a motivational speaker in the camps, assistant coach, as you mentioned. Mark Anthony Talio. Now, TJ, we've seen we've seen the YouTube clips from 2 years ago.
Yeah, we did.
Many times already. Tell me about the kid who finally makes his appearance, pero for LaSalle.
Yep. Well, didn't he play a little bit of preseason ball for Ateneo?
For Ateneo.
Well? He did, but got very limited time as well, and I guess he saw it difficult for him to shine with having to live in the shadow of Qtr Avena for the rest of his career if he opted to stay with Ateneo. So he took a year off, stayed with LaSalle, spent his residency, and now he's playing. But looking at his clips on YouTube, which you can probably still find it if you Google him or search YouTube for him, Mark Anthony Talio, boy, this kid is made of highlight reel moves. You know, with the way he handles the ball, the way he can do all of the fancy stuff that point guards are fun to watch, seeing the crossover and back, behind the back passes, all those things. But beyond that, it's going to be interesting to see how he can apply that extraordinary skill into organized college basketball. He was able to excel clearly in high school ball, but can he do that in college ball? And as well, looking at the future of LaSalle, how we can blend well with Jeron Teng, who's also a natural-born scorer, a natural scorer in his high school days as well.
And he's not going to be handling the ball as a point guard as much as he did when he was in high school.
That's right.
Because there are the Revillas, Vosotros is there, and si Torres pa nga. We saw him in all those clips. Really an open court player.
Yep.
And if you take the advice of TJ here, go ahead and check him out. And check out the clips that we're talking about. And see what he's done. Teng with a great crossover move, cannot finish. But Norbert Torres cleans up and cuts the lead down to 13 from a high of 16.
Well, whether he scores or not, Teng is a big body. But if he penetrates, he will attract the help defense of San Beda. And that's going to give advantages or opportunities to his big man to get those second chance points. It's better than jacking up a 4-shot with a defender in your face 15 feet away.
Offensive foul called on Melo Lim. Tried to body out Talio. Revilla, Teng, Torres, and Mendoza for LaSalle. Trying to make a run here with 5:37 remaining. Revilla for 3. Line drive. Mendoza has been working hard underneath, TJ.
He's got given them some good hustle minutes.
That's always been his calling
Yep.
card. That's how he's gotten minutes, even with Coach Dindo Pumaren. That was his character, even as an NU Bullpup. That's why he was recruited.
Yep, not the most talented of players, if you want to compare skill versus skill. But his work ethic is there that complements his size and his width. I remember there were times that LaSalle had such a lean front man lineup that they were just tall, but a lot of them were skinny. Jovic was one of the, relatively wider bodies on that lineup for LaSalle.
So the lead is down to 9 from 16. This zone has bothered San Beda a bit, TJ.
Finally, they're getting their bearings, LaSalle, in terms of rotating on the zone. Kasi syempre, you're guarding a spot. You gotta get a feel of how San Beda wants to move that ball.
Talio sets up Teng. Teng from behind. Great steal by Art de la Cruz. From the corner, Lim with a quick release. Nothing there. The tap in by Jake Pascual. And a turnover by LaSalle.
Those little things are going to pile up on LaSalle. Those errors, those unforced errors. Imagine, the lead is down to 9 already.
And if San Beda scores here, that might have been a crucial point of the game. They had a little bit of momentum going for them, talking about LaSalle. This time from the other side, it is Karam who gets it to go.
Well, the little guy drilling it in the face of the taller Jeron Teng.
He did average over 31% from the three-point area in last year's NCAA campaign. That's a highlight pass from Talio. That's what he's known for in high school.
Don't be surprised to see a lot more of that from him.
But the lead is back to 14. A 5-0 run by San Beda to answer the mini run by LaSalle. With under 4 minutes remaining. And Jeron Teng now will move out. And Luigi De La Paz back in. And if San Beda hangs on for this win, there's a little bit of breath of fresh air for Coach Ronnie Magsano.
Yes. Imagine how many games? Six
practices.
Six days of practice into.
I think the official takeover was April 2, and then there was the Holy Week break. So, di naman niya daw mapigilan yung mga player niya. Hindi pa nga niya kilala. Pipigilan na niya mag-Holy Week break, di ba? Hindi naman, pinabayaan na niya. Getting to know you stage. It's not looking so bad for one of the 25 greatest players in the professional leagues, itong si Coach Ronnie Magsano. Also has represented the Philippines in the national and international competition.
always remember him as having one of the most unique free throw
Oh,
stances.
yes. Yep.
Talagang close to the ground, almost squatting.
Tapos
diba?
yung-
Talagang bukang-buka. Eh, no?
Tapos yung tuhod, halos
Yes. Parang,
kadikit.
parang piki yung
Oo,
tuhod. diba?
ganun. But incredibly accurate
Yep.
from the free throw line. The point laureate, as he was known. Coach Ronnie Mazzano. 58-46. Is there one last run for LaSalle? Earlier today, Ateneo had to scrape for a win against a gritty Letran, undermanned Letran side. Julius Arman has been quiet.
24 seconds shot clock.
And a forced turnover by De La Salle.
Well, there's still time, but they gotta pick up the pace, take quicker shots, and force some turnovers on San Beda.
Talio with a quick release. 4 green shirts back. And Jake Pascual. Galing Anjo Karam.
Easy lang.
Relax lang muna tayo. Laki lamang bubus-ubus ng konting oras. De La Rosa finding Karam. No need for a 3, but then again, he gets it to go for his second
man.
3-ball of the game.
Why not? He said that could be
Yep.
the dagger. Up by
Again,
15.
oh, again, DJ, naibaba sa 9 yun before that crucial
Right.
sequence kanina. Talio. Oh, nice find.
pass. That's what he can do. He has a natural ability to pass that ball, whether it's a basic pass or a fancy pass. He just has good court vision.
Last 2 minutes.
2-minute mark. Great pass on the other end. Art De La Cruz to Rome De La Rosa. Second-generation players, ano? As De La Paz takes a 3. Nothing there. Torres underneath, readjusts. Talio for a 3. And he gets it to go.
That could be a confidence booster for him.
Up 63-51.
Even, considering he was the last man off the bench. Yep. Literally, I mean, he came in with 4.5 minutes to go in this game.
Oh, and just like that, the captain from Tarlac, Jake Pascual.
Wait, so there was a shot made, and Jake was called for a foul.
Foul.
So there's going to be an additional free throw here for another guy from LaSalle. So it's going to be Andrada.
Andrada.
Will it be 1 shot or 2 shots? That's the question.
Coach Ronnie
2
had,
shots. Hey,
Coach Ronnie had a little word there with Jake.
could be a 5-point swing here.
Uh-huh.
A 5-point play in essence.
Napangiti na lang si Coach Ronnie.
Now the question is, do they get ball possession as well? And Yutien calmly sinks the first.
67% shooter from the three-point line, for the free throw line in the recent or the last UAP season. Injured, remember he injured
Yes,
his knee towards the
that's
end of the
right.
season.
And look at this. They get ball possession.
Yeah, so
So it could be a 5 or even as much as 7 or 8-point swing. Depends if they score in this possession.
Torres, gave up his dribble, but Talio, LaSalle recovering with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Revilla forces a long one, and he finally gets one to go. That is his first of the ball game. Actually, his first points of the game.
That was 8 straight points, guys, in what, 5 seconds? About 8 seconds? 8 straight points. All of a sudden, it's a 7-point game.
Revilla has been missing all game long. 6 on the shot clock. Got him. Oh, held down. The clothesline by Norbert Torres. Great defense for 21 seconds or so for LaSalle.
Sometimes these small guys really are patient enough to find a little seam and maybe not get the shot off, but they could get enough contact and do a little acting to get the attention of the refs and get to the free throw line.
76% from that area in last season's
Timeout,
NCAA. It's been a good day of basketball, collegiate basketball here at the Filoil V preseason Haynes Cup. Ateneo over Letran earlier, And San Beda looking like they were going to coast to a victory in the final quarter of this game, but